You're on the air, Minnesota.
So I've worked in law enforcement in the cities for approximately 2 decades and currently retired, and this stuff has been going on for a long time. The hard part is for Minneapolis to be working for a turncoat chief that doesn't back his officers and treat them with respect and allow them to do their own jobs. I know currently at least 10 officers who are planning on quitting and working for ICE, and there's no possible way I would work for them. And like I said, the turncoat chief and the mayor, it's been
This chief,
absolutely
the
horrible.
mayor, the chief is one of the most weakling police chiefs I've ever seen. What's his background?
He's been a cop for a long time, and he's been a great guy, was awesome, did a great job. Obviously, that's how
Yeah.
he became chief. Even when he became chief, he was a great guy. But all this politics has swayed him, and I just think a
Well,
chief
he wants
with,
to keep his job, right? I'm sure he makes a lot of money. You're retired police in
yeah,
Minneapolis?
I'm not Minneapolis, no St. Paul,
Oh, okay. Well,
but
Twin City. But let me ask you a question because there's something I was wondering about. And I haven't heard anyone, and I'm not sure if you know, but because you're from St. Paul, but um, when the Renee Good incident happened, it was reported that the mayor had told the police chief not to allow Minneapolis police officers to answer backup requests from the ICE agents in town. Does the mayor have authority over the police chief, or is it just
the
politics?
mayor The mayor definitely has authority over the police chief.
Wow.
He has said, Mayor Fry has been saying that since the very beginning. And if you remember back years ago when they went and burned down the Minneapolis police
Yep.
departments and stuff, they told them to stand down. This has been going on for a long time. I know 500 police officers have quit Minneapolis police because of this. And, since the George Floyd thing.
Yeah.
And, the people they're not getting people to apply there. They're just losing everything. I have a brother and two nieces who live in the city of Minneapolis, downtown. I was just recently down there taking my mom for radiology appointments, and it's right in the center there. And we got lost, and interestingly enough, my thing said, hey, turn left on 6th Avenue. We get to 6th Avenue. It's called Somali Avenue now. And
Is
so,
that the official name, or is that just what all the locals call it?
no, it literally is a green sign that says Somali Avenue.
Oh my goodness.
And I know. And so I'm sitting there, and we're like, okay, so what way should we go? Because Cedar's closed. And so two Somali men walked up to my vehicle, and I rolled down my window, and I'm like, can I help you? And they're like, no, can we help you? And I'm like, yeah, I'm looking for, this hospital. And they're telling me the Fulton Hospital. And I'm like, that's not the one I'm looking for. And they're like, this is our sacred ground. You do not belong here. And you're going to need to leave.
Wow.
And I said, well, I'll sit here until I can figure out where I'm going. And we've given you the address several times. We've given you the address several. I mean, they were just out of control. It's out of control.
What do you think that's about? Is it because they're suspicious of white people?
100%. But, the thing is, and that was just, probably 2 weeks ago. And then, I don't think people realize that once you leave the cities, so I'm 30 miles north, and all the outskirts, you've got like 85-90% of people who are conservative and do not want this, but because it's so inundated with, Democrats and liberals, and then you got the Somalis who are Joe Biden fans, of course, and whoever that let them in here, and they overrule all the people that are trying to be, good and have back the Minnesota nice we had. I think that is what screwed us, excuse me, but for so many years we were Minnesota nice, and
Yep.
then everybody just let everybody in.
Yep.
And, Fry's going back on TV saying, get the F out of here, ICE. And all of us are saying, I know hundreds of St. Paul officers are like, are you kidding me? I can't even imagine not backing up another law enforcement individual. They are law enforcement individuals. They have laws to follow. And you know what else people don't know? It's not like these guys go out on the street and just look for people. They go into a room. They say, here are the warrants you're going to go out and get today. And that's what they do. Here's 20 people that you need to get today. They are warrants for this, that, and everything. And they're out looking for those people. And there's been, about a week or two at least of them following these people around, knowing where they are so that they don't have a problem picking them up. So they pick the right time where they know they're absolutely going to be. So if they're going into a restaurant, it's because that person has gone into that restaurant several times, and investigators have seen that. It's not like they're just walking around going, can I see your license? Can I see your documentation?
You look Hispanic.
Happening.
Yeah, exactly. Let me ask you, one of the disturbing things is the mayor and the chief telling Minneapolis officers not to respond to backup requests from the ICE agents. I mean, as a retired police officer, that seems terrifying to me. That radio call is supposed to bring backup. You're not supposed to think about these politics. What goes through the mind of an officer on patrol? They were ordered by someone from dispatch not to give backup to those ICE agents and the Renee Good incident. I mean, what does an officer think when they're ordered to not respond to a backup call? That's scary to me.
Well, it is always scary because whenever someone calls 1033 or officer in need, everybody goes.
Yeah.
And so it's so sad because it's in their nature to go and back their fellow officers. And once they're stopped, it's kind of like being in a police chase. You're chasing this vehicle for 15, 20 minutes, and then it gets to the point where it seems like it's going to be too dangerous, so your sergeant calls it. And you're like, oh, man, but what happens is you shut down your lights, you shut down your sirens, and you continue to follow the vehicle.
Yeah.
And you don't chase them, you don't do anything, but you're going to catch them. It's not, it's going to happen, but you're so pumped up because you're like, I know this person almost just killed like 30 people on the road, and I want to get them off the road, but you're being, told to stand down. And this is exactly what's happening to these officers who know that their brothers and sisters are being attacked and being brutally treated, and they cannot go and back them. And that's why they go home. And they're human beings. They go home and they tell their families, this is BS. I can't even back my brothers and sisters in law enforcement. And, people may hate officers and stuff like that.
But I'll tell you, to me, if whoever gave the order to tell officers not to respond to the backup requests from those ICE officers, to me, it seems criminal in the Renee Good death.
It is criminal.
Like manslaughter or felony murder. I don't know.
Criminal. And, of course,
when you say criminal, is it something that you could prosecute and charge someone with? I mean, obviously, morally, it's criminal.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, federally, yes. And that's why Trump is becoming so much more involved. And, you've got Chrissy Noem down there and stuff, but you have, it's just the same thing. You have to do the investigation and figure it out. But I'll tell you, Tim Walz, Frey, Keith Ellison, they're all going to get it's coming to them, not, you know what I'm saying?
They're going to get arrested. They're going to get arrested. Some of these people are going to end up in prison. Whether it's Fry or the police chief, people are going to go to prison for this when it's over because people are getting shot and killed over. Listen, I got to run for a break, but listen, call me.
Sure.
Call me as the story develops, on other days because it's not just that you're there as retired police from the area. You got a perspective, and you have a lot to add. So make sure you call me again when you feel that it's relevant. You got something to share.
Sure, I will. Thank you for listening. I appreciate it.
Well, thank you for calling. Take care.